Hello, everyone. Hi. So, today I want to talk about the type of women that I work with, just to give you a little bit more of a clearer idea of some of the clients and the women that have come to me. So, because I actually get asked this question a lot, and I went to a networking event recently and I kept on getting asked, okay, so you help women, but what are the problems that they have and who are they? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about two women who have recently worked with me who had particular issues in their career, and I was able to resolve them through career mentoring and doing the courses that I have available. So, firstly, one of my clients who recently worked with me, she had been in the same organization for quite a while, and she'd been committed. She'd learnt on the job, she trained herself up, she was really, really, really good at what she did. But she felt frustrated with the quality of work she was doing and how she wasn't progressing in that line of work. So when she came to me, she said, Soma, I want to be promoted, I want a pay rise, I want to be doing more, I want to have more responsibility. And the first thing we looked at is what were the blocks around that? Why wasn't she going after that? Was there anything that was stopping her from moving forward? Because with the kind of background I have, yes, I have a postgraduate in careers guidance, I'm a careers advisor, but I also have a psychology background. And with a lot of the work I've done with my mentors and the people who have really, really helped me be in this position I'm in today, I have done a tremendous amount of mindset work with them. So when a client comes to me and then there's other things going on, as in things going back to their past, and this is sort of where my psychology background comes in a bit. But I also think it's important to really, really look at triggers or things that have happened to them in their past that is causing them to feel that way or causing them to repeat pattern. So I'm going to give you a very, very quick example. With me, I was always told that I, wasn't going to be able to confidently do certain things, so confidently work with numbers. And it took me a while to eventually, get my head around numbers and get my maths GCSE. But when somebody keeps on being told that they're not going to achieve something, the repeating patterns still stay with us in adulthood. And I could see that there was some blocks there. Obviously, I'm not going to go into full detail of what the blocks were because of client confidentiality, but I'm giving you her example because we really went back to stuff that had happened in her life, what had happened that triggered things, and we looked at that. And then we went back to her career and I said to her, okay, what is it that stops you from doing that? Or how can we implement action so that you can do this? And I gave her some activities to go off and do that, and do it slowly and do it at a pace that helped her, so that eventually, she was able to be promoted and find the happiness that she wanted in her job. And she was promoted due to doing some work with me. And it wasn't just mindset work, it was career counselling. It was really, really looking at what she could do so that she could be recognised at her workplace. The other example I'm going to give very, very briefly, because I want to make sure I keep this video to 5 minutes, is a wonderful woman I worked with who had an amazing educational and work experience background. And she came to me and she'd been out of work for 7 years because she was busy being a full-time mum. And when I spoke to her on the phone, I just couldn't understand when she said she wasn't confident, how she couldn't be confident, because she knew her craft so well. I asked her so many simplistic questions about what she did to understand more of her craft, and she was able to explain it to me brilliantly. And what I said to her is I really, really helped her be motivated to be in a place where she could go off and do certain things around her job hunting and prepare for her interview, prepare for her CV. And, she was able to get a job that she'd always dreamed of having when actually she was a mum, but she felt she couldn't do it. And obviously she's still a mum, but now she's able to work in that job and she's really, really happy. So I'm giving these two examples because they're two very different women, and I don't just work with mums. I work with ambitious women who want to feel more empowered, who want a pay rise, or they want to be promoted. I also work with women who are looking to go freelance or start a business. I worked freelance before I had the Career Happiness Mentor as a business. I used to do freelance writing. I used to do freelance careers advice for a company that I used to work for. And this is something that I went out for and I sought out for based on being on LinkedIn, based on being on Twitter. I sought out these opportunities and people came forward to me. And I can teach strategies around that. But it's much, much more than that, what I teach. I teach my clients to feel really, really confident and happy with where they want to go because it's bespoke to them. And what I want to say is that if you're a woman who's recently gone through redundancy or you've gone through a challenging time at work, maybe you're working in a toxic environment. I have been there. I have worked in toxic environments and, there are strategies and things that you can do. If you can't leave that job, I shared my story with you a little bit a few days ago, but if you can't leave your job, there are strategies and there are ways that you can build your way up to it to do what you want to do. And I'm always very realistic with my clients because just because my reality was, because that's when I was living at home with my mum, I was able to leave my job. Not everybody is in a financial position to do that. And I want to really address that because I've written a lot of articles around, whether you should quit your job and all of that sort of stuff. But I also want to address the fact that it's really, really important that if you are thinking about embarking on a new career, having a business, going freelance, that not only are you realistic about it, but you have thought about everything. And I sit down and I help you really, really look at those different options because the whole point of the way I was trained is that we help explore different options in alignment with your values, but also in alignment with thinking about what you want to do. Not what anyone else is telling you to do. It's not sort of when you're 16 and, your parents are saying you should be a doctor, you should be a dentist. No, it's now about the time where you can take full control of your life and you can do what you want. And there are so many people out there creating so many amazing businesses. They are retraining at, 40 plus. You can do whatever you want. And it's about helping you change your mindset to get started and do that. So I'd love to know what you think about some of the examples I've given. I've just realised I've gone over the 5 minutes. Never mind. But please, please, please share any questions that you may have with me. And I'd love to know what you think about this topic. And if you think this is really, really calling to you, the last thing I want to do is I want to invite you for a 30-minute chat with me to discuss how we can potentially help solve your career problems. And after that, we can discuss working together on my 12-week mentoring program, which is all about helping you find your version of career happiness. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.